Last episode saw us have a fantastic start to the season, including showing Manchester City who is the boss with a comfortable Premier League victory at home, a class above. Now it's us versus Liverpool for the title as the season comes to a close. Can we go all the way to win a major trophy? Welcome back to Strikerless episode 3. If you go on to enjoy this video, hit the like button down below and hit the big red subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss future uploads. Now let's get to it. Last episode I had already revealed one transfer that Nico Williams was coming in for £43 million. A fantastic young winger of 21 years of age from Athletic Bilbao. He was only going to come in for that 43 million because that was his release clause and Bilbao were accepting no less. But he comes in as the long-term replacement for Raheem Sterling, whose loan is up at the end of the season. So he can play across the left or the right-hand side of our wings, which is absolutely perfect. Great cover for Saka and Martinelli when needed. He's also had a great season in La Liga, so hopefully he can continue that here with us as well. But as far as money goes, well, we've got a cool £51.3 million to spend after the board gave us a bit more money, but we need to sort out the wage budget first, so let's just transfer some of that over, and we still got a good 45.6 million to spend. So I figured that we would need a cover centre-back in order to cover Gabriel and Saliba when needed, so in comes Andreas Christensen from Barcelona for £60 million. Yes, it seems a bit excessive, but for a player who's got Champions League experience, Champions League winning experience, and has played in the Premier League for Chelsea before, I think he'll add a little something to our squad, especially mentally. He looks very, very strong. He's not the worst defender as well in the world. Like I said, he's cover, which is absolutely fine because Saliba and Gabriel are going to be starting most of the games anyway. Cover that with the fact that he's had a good half season with Barcelona. It's understandable why they didn't want to get rid of him. First game of these highlights, and it is away at Liverpool in the Premier League. Florian Wirtz giving us a great start after robbing the ball off Virgil van Dijk, just dithering in defence of the ball. Who cares? But unfortunately, the lead doesn't last very long. Darwin Núñez finds his way into the box very easily. Trent Alexander-Arnold sticks the ball away way too easily. I'm a bit worried about our defence in some of these situations. But after this back and forth game, we find ourselves up the other end. Havertz coolly slotting the ball past Alisson. Very, very beautiful play from us to get the ball forward. Who needs strikers? Unfortunately, again, that lead doesn't last very long. Diogo Jota somehow beat Raya at his near post, but Luis Diaz gets the rebound. And more questions over David Raya. This is why I'm looking for a new goalkeeper, to be honest. Unfortunately, Liverpool then wrap up the game with a long-range effort from McAllister. Still question marks over David Raya, but never mind, because we have a chance to rectify this against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final. It is our first cup final, and I said this is not a major trophy, but we would still love to win a trophy nonetheless. Wirtz with the closest chance in the first half, a very poor first half, of which there were hardly any chances. That was literally the only highlights. Second half was a different story though. Ben White gets his first goal of the season from a Wirtz free kick. And yes, VAR is reviewing this goal. I can tell you now, it is awarded. And Ben White gets his first goal of the season. What a time to score it. Vice caught on the ball. I completely forgot that he had lost the ball there. Luis Diaz curls it into the back of the net past Raya. Can't blame Raya for that one. That was all Declan Rice, unfortunately. It's not very often he does that. It's a shame he's started doing it now. That means we do go to extra time after a 1-1 draw in 90 minutes. We get a corner still in the first half of extra time. Declan Rice mops up after the header fails. What an effort to sling that into the back of the net. He makes up for his earlier mistake, putting us 2-1 up. 100 minutes gone. We've still got some time though. Liverpool are still going to be a threat in this very, very open match. Alisson had no chance from that. Beautiful stuff. Marino with the free kick, and Julian Timber is there to give us what I thought was a 2-goal lead until the referee brought it back for VAR. And I literally had my fingers crossed that this would actually be allowed. It is not. And looking at the replay afterwards, I mean, I thought he wasn't offside, but yeah, he's marginally offside. It's just a shame. A 2-goal lead at this point would have surely killed the game off because Liverpool can score any time that they want. And they almost did here. Federico Chiesa getting through but David Raya managing to make the save to tip it around for a corner. We had to go balanced, we had to defend with all our might and strength with this one. Ball is just about cleared by Timber. Get the ball forward, Raheem Sterling, but unfortunately nothing comes of it. Instead, towards the right at the very end of extra time, Trossard, corner, just taking his time, he was instructed to, plays it in, it is cleared but only as far as Jesus, plays it back in, and Marino is there to give us the 2-goal lead that we so desperately needed. 3-1, we have our first trophy of the season. Yes, again, not a major trophy, but I'm hoping it's just a taster, a morsel of what is to come for us, because this squad, I feel, deserves so much more. A trophy is a trophy though, and we have our first one of the season, especially against the Liverpool side who, quite frankly, are going to be all over us for the league title. So enjoy this one, lads, because you surely deserve it, and now we need to go on and win the Premier League from here. Liverpool know that we can win it, and I feel that we can too. Well done, lads, well done. Into the Champions League against Monaco. This is the home leg after a 0-0 draw in Monaco, which is quite a bore draw, to be honest with you. Didn't really expect it, but a draw away is never a bad thing when you're playing in Europe. Balogun playing for Monaco is a nice little side story. He's back at the Emirates, but it was not a good start to us, unfortunately. After just 1 minute, Golovin gets through and puts it in the top corner of the net, and we're staring down the barrel of a defeat already. Not impressive from us to start the game. Luckily, the lead doesn't last very long though. Monaco try and pass the ball around at the back. Maybe they don't know about our superior pressing that we do. Verts manages to get it, but he blazes it over. I said the lead didn't last very long. Well, I was technically right. It wasn't in that opportunity, but we pressed again. We won the ball again from Monaco, trying to play out at the back. We get the ball forward. Verts plays it into White. Into the box it goes. Declan Rice is there with a powerful header into the back of the net. It is now 1-1 on the night, 1-1 on aggregates. Corner comes in, and we are usually very, very good at these, and no surprise. Odegaard with the shot from the edge of the area, but it actually counts as Saka getting the goal. So I'm guessing he got himself a touch on that as the ball was going in. We can see that from the replay. Beautiful corner by Verts again. Odegaard with the shot, and Saka heads it into the back of the net. Fair play, man. All that matters is it goes in. But Monaco get themselves through again, and oh my god, they just gave us a warning shot there off the bar from Brio and Bolo. We have ourselves another corner. You know we love one of these. Gabriel denied twice on the line before Martinelli finally gets a shot in, but it counts as an own goal by Wilfried Singo, which is unfortunate for Martinelli, but they all count, they all go in, and that is what matters. Let's just have a look at this again. How close was Martinelli to actually getting his goal? Gabriel's so unlucky. Actually, that shot from Martinelli looked like it was going to go off target, so thank you, Singo, for keeping it in. We press the ball again, we win it. Bit of a battle in the midfield, but we come off the best there. Sterling, ball over the top, and he should have scored. It was a save by the keeper, a great save, but Sterling should have stuck that one away. It is a corner though, a chance to wrap up this game midway through the second half. Verts plays it in. Oh, off the line! And Gabriel off the line as well. We were so unlucky there. Come on, ref, it surely went behind the line, but nothing given, unfortunately. Instead, Monaco to go up the other end. Set piece from a throw-in. Ball played in, and it's just an easy header in by Brio and Bolo. Very poor from the defenders, and now the Emirates is slightly feeling the nerves. We had to make some changes defensively, some tired players, but this was just poor defensively. I'd expect better from the likes of Saliba and Gabriel. Free kick for Monaco, and I still don't know how this went in. Raya beaten at his near post. He's got his arms in the air there, but he should have done so much better. Great free kick by Caio Enrique. But just look at this. He just flaps at it. I honestly don't know why Raya is doing that. We went to extra time. Absolutely nothing happens. But so now we are on penalties. 3-3 on aggregate, by the way. Just for keeping a close eye of the score. And Jorginho scores the first penalty. Excellent stuff. And Brio and Bolo misses. Fantastic. Odegaard sticks his penalty away. Lovely stuff. Balogun also scores. 2-1 on penalties to us currently. Jesus steps up and scores. Beautiful stuff. Monaco have their third. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that guy's name. I'm very poor with certain spelling. Sterling up for his penalty. Didn't even know he took a knock. Doesn't matter. He scores his penalty. Zakaria misses, and that means Monaco are out. We are into the quarterfinals of the Champions League. We just about did it. Should have been more comfortable. It is what it is. But Manchester United up next in the Premier League. We're still hunting the Premier League title, of course. Manchester United hunting top 4 themselves. So this is going to be a very, very tough test. It's not like real life Manchester United, who are quite useless at the moment. And from a corner kick, we have our first opportunity. Martinelli just over the bar. This is all in the second half now, by the way. The first half was awful. Poor quality from both teams. No chances. There was actually no highlights whatsoever. Doesn't take long for us, though, to finally get ourselves on the score sheet. Florian Wirtz. And I say it doesn't take us that long. It's actually the 83rd minute. That's how long it took for the first goal. And it ended up being the only goal of the game as we wrap up a 1-0 victory. Very good play this, by the way. Jesus with a lovely through ball into Wirtz, who just about avoided being offside. And now Onana just beaten again from close range. 1-0, we take the points from Old Trafford. Back in action in the Champions League, and we are against Benfica. This time it's the away leg. We've already had the first leg at home and it was 1-1. So we've got it all to do in Portugal. It's going to be a much tougher test for our boys. And Benfica, straight from the off, they look all business. After just 18 minutes, they somehow just waltz around our left back. I don't know what on earth Zinchenko was doing. He's clearly not a defensive left back, which is a bit of a shame because we kind of need to win this game in hindsight. But Benfica take the lead after just 19 minutes and they're now 2-1 up on aggregates. And it was deflected in, and was that Ben White? Deflected in of Ben White, very unfortunate. Martinelli with the ball down the left hand side, looking for a response, plays in Wirtz, and I could have sworn Wirtz actually got taken out here. Ref, what game are you watching? That should have been a penalty. Doesn't matter, Martinelli curls one in, we're back in the game, 1-1 on the night, 2-2 on aggregate. It's all to play for into the second half, and Benfica again, the freedom of the penalty area. I mean, come on, Orkun Kochu just completely unmarked. Saliba and Gabriel, where were you exactly? They're now 3-2 up on aggregate. Sterling takes the ball down the right hand side. Going forward is not a problem, we can score. Nico Williams playing the ball in. Thomas with the shot, and Nico Williams right when we needed him the most. Might have bagged his first goal for us because it's going to VAR. Is this one going to count? Yes, it is. Nico Williams with his first goal for the club, and what a time to score it as well. Brings us level, hooks us back into this tie, and we are looking at extra time unless we can find ourselves a winner. And it might just happen here because we got ourselves a penalty. After so many calls that should have gone for us in this game, we have finally got ourselves a penalty. Up steps the captain, and he completely bottles it. My goodness, I could not believe that had happened. Absolute shocker, and it takes us into extra time. And I can't lie, lads, we could have won this already. Unfortunately, nothing happened in extra time at all again, so we are straight into penalties, and Jorginho misses the first one. Oh, penalties are just such a curse for us at this point. Up steps Benfica, Belotti for his penalty, and he misses as well. Fantastic save by Raya. Nico Williams with his goal. And so Benfica get theirs as well. Trossard steps up, gets his penalty. Antonio Silva, though, thankfully misses, and we have a chance to almost wrap up a penalty shootout. And before I can even get my words out, yeah, Raheem Sterling missed and Benfica score. So it's down to the fifth and final penalties. Havertz has to score this. He does. If Benfica miss this next penalty, we are through. We are not yet. Otamendi did indeed score. Quite a few penalties happened in between then and now. And Christensen has stepped up and completely missed. I have my head in my hands at this point because Benfica score this. They are into the semi-finals. And I feel absolutely robbed if that's the case. That's exactly what happened. Benfica go into the semi-finals. We are out. And now we just have nothing else for it but to focus on the league. Don't worry, Captain. we still have faith in you. Into the Premier League now, and we have all our eggs in one basket. Brighton away to start us off with the final few games. Nothing happened absolutely whatsoever in the first half, but the second half, completely different story. Havertz came on for the injured Wirtz and proceeded to have a second half masterclass, providing the assist for Ben White to get his first Premier League goal of the season, his second overall in all competitions. Saka dribbling the ball down the right hand side into Havertz, teases having a shot but plays over to Rice, who plays it back to Havertz. He finally has that shot, gets the goal that he so truly deserves for his performance in this second half. He is absolute dynamite. I didn't realise we had a dynamite player sitting on the bench this whole time. Wirtz is going to have some competition potentially at the end of the season and next. Ball swung in again, Marino heads it, ball just pinging all over the place, but Martinelli finally gets hold of it, curls one beyond the keeper. Classy finish by a classy winger. Absolutely fantastic by him. That's 3-0 points in the bag. One step closer to hopefully securing a Premier League title. Now, 90 minutes, you think, hey, you know what, we're 3-0 up, we'll just take our time, take it easy, take the 3 points back, and we'll see you in the next game. Nope, not this lot. They absolutely wanted a fourth, and Havertz bags his second goal of the game. Truly the best substitution I've ever made. VAR be damned, that has not stopped Havertz in this game. And you know what? That has given me something to think about in that attacking midfield role. 2 quality players there, and we absolutely need it when Wirtz gets tired. 4-0 win, and that's it for the highlights. And so it comes down to just the final 2 matches of the season. After all the highlights, after all the ups and downs of this season, Bournemouth and West Ham stand in our way. And they stand in the way of us winning the Premier League title. It is down to us versus Liverpool, 1-on-1 for the Premier League title. Man City are not in this, which is a nice little relief because they were kind of hanging on for a long time, but they've since dropped off. Enough for us to only have to worry about Liverpool. And it was also helped by the fact that in the last round of games, actually, I should say I have played one more game since that Brighton result, but that same day that we beat Brighton 4-0, where are they? Ipswich beat Liverpool at Portman Road 1-0. That's what put us 3 points ahead of Liverpool. And in our last match, I have played one more game since, we did beat Ipswich 3-0 then at home. The only problem is that did come at a price. This one hurt me when it happened in the match engine because when he went off, I was worried that it was going to be a season ender. And effectively it is 5 to 6 weeks twisted ankle. Luckily, I had the option of giving him injections, which is exactly what we've done. So he is available for the Bournemouth match at least. And depending how things go, I either rest him against West Ham or we'll have to give him another injection. Hopefully we get that option. I don't know. I've actually not done injections before. Forget just going strikerless in this save. I'm also giving injections for the first time because usually I'll just let players sit out. But we need Saka, elite level winger. 13 goals, 7 assists and 7.26 average match rating in the Premier League alone. He's the type of player you want in a big match situation. He is world class. This is what we need. Now, as far as today goes, we do have Bournemouth away. Who do Liverpool have? Oh, for goodness sake, they got West Ham. West Ham are going to play a key role, aren't they? So when we play West Ham, we have them at home. That means Liverpool are going to be at home against Aston Villa, who are in the top 4. Well, West Ham, actually. Sitting in no man's land. They've got nothing to play for. Villa, on the other hand, may have Champions League to play for, depending how results go for them in this match day. This is going to be the 11 we're going to send out. Still strikerless, of course. Via in goal, a back 4 of Tierney, Gabriel, Saliba and White. Partey at the base of the midfield with Rice and Odegaard ahead of him. Martinelli left wing. Wirtz is in the attacking midfield with Raheem Sterling starting at right wing. Okay, so Saka's going to start from the bench. I've realised, yeah, we're giving him the injections, but there's just 0 point in risking him from the start. So this is the 11 that I hope could win us the Premier League title right here and right now. Vitality Stadium is the stage, and I've just realised I forgot to mention that where you did get a message come through when Declan Rice is trying to rally the troops saying we need to win our remaining games. It did mention in there that because we're 3 points ahead, 1 win from the last 2 games should be enough to actually win the title. I think that comes down to the massive goal difference. We hold a goal difference of 11 over Liverpool currently. So hopefully we're able to grab the win. Then that will be enough to see us crowned as Premier League champions. Odegaard to swing in this corner. Go near post. Yeah, there you go. It's cleared. Oh, Odegaard just keeps it in, actually. And, oh, God, Wirtz just had it wide. He headed it wide. I thought Kepa was actually going to grab that. I'm just thinking, is it better just to have the highlights on this? Let's have a look from this corner. Odegaard plays it in. Oh, Gabriel just heads it over. Just let me know down in the comments, by the way, what's better for you to see? Is it going to be the highlights on the speed it is now, or when it's slower? What can you see a bit better? White might have to come off. He has taken a knock, apparently. Here is a header. Oh, and it's Gabriel with his 5th goal of the season. Quite a low number. But what an important time to score another headed goal. And we have been threatening from these corners all game long. Great in-swinger by Odegaard. Gabriel rises above Kepa. Back of the net. Into the top corner as well. Lovely stuff. Wirtz brings the ball forward, but he loses it. Martinelli plays it back to Thomas. Over to Sterling. Oh, who's that? Odegaard. Odegaard got very, very far forward, and we have another corner. You know the Arsenal fans are loving this. They're loving a corner. It's almost like winning a goal, scoring a goal anyway. And Gabriel almost gets another one, I think. I think that was Gabriel. Rice again into Martinelli. Been a bit quiet recently, but he's still a very important member of the team. Oh, there is Martinelli. Oh, off the bar. Like I said, he's been quiet recently, but he does have those moments where he does still look a threat in the box. Another corner. I'm loving these corners. And there is Gabriel, his 6th of the season. Get in, man. Oh, my goodness. I don't think we scored that many goals then from corners this season, from what I can remember. I've had to play this save over like 2 weeks. I can't remember the last 2 weeks worth of headers or corners. But I know Saliba has scored from corners. I know Marino has, I think. Either way, it's very impressive. We've not relied too heavily on corners, and that's very disappointing, although Evan Nilsson, he's just a quality player, isn't he? I think he's done bits for Bournemouth as well in this save this season. So, not a major surprise. Let's have a look at our defence. So we are playing a fairly high line in all fairness. It's probably not the thing to do. Let's just have a look. Actually, we're playing a standard line. That's worrying. Corner, Odegaard. Head it in. Oh my god. Gabriel's got a hat-trick of headers. Bournemouth can't live with him. Odegaard has a hat-trick of assists. Gabriel has a hat-trick of headers. What a time to score it. Fantastic. And that will hopefully crush Bournemouth hearts going into half-time. Odegaard with another corner. How many corners have we had in this game? Saliba. Oh, it's been headed away, but Sterling recovers it. Just play it. Thank you. Thomas. Tierney. Impressive at left-back this season. I have loved Tierney at left-back. He's been playing there a lot more than Calafiori or Zinchenko, although Zinchenko I imagined would be replaced anyway. Wirtz into Martinelli. Wirtz, oh, he's kept the ball. Oh, did he get tackled there? Ref, VAR. Doesn't matter. Tierney has the ball. Go on, slot it in. Nobody's around him. There's Martinelli. Rice, oh! Great chance for Rice from point blank range as well. And from what I remember of the latest score, West Ham 1, Liverpool 2. So Liverpool are leading at the moment. Anything less than a win for Liverpool means we are the champions. As long as we win our game, of course. I think I should point that out. Oh my god, I thought that went in. I saw the graphic come up at the bottom. I thought that went in. Why is there 6 minutes of injury time? What exactly has warranted six minutes of injury time? Honestly. Hopefully it doesn't matter. And by the looks of it, it doesn't. Because I think we are the champions. Season 1, Premier League in the bag. I love to see it. You love to see it as well. The challenge, ladies and gentlemen, technically has been completed. I mean, we've got ourselves a major. Just wow. Okay. I was actually thinking, okay, top 4 is probably realistic this season, but instead, wait for it, we are... Wait for it. Ooh, hey. A bit out of sync, but who cares? We are the Premier League champions. Get in there. What a time for celebrations. Look at that. This team has massively deserved it in the Premier League this season. Relief as well, because I was actually having a bit of nerves as well after Saka got injured in that last match. But thankfully, we didn't even need him. He can rest against West Ham now. Gabriel's hat-trick, though. Wow. Odegaard's hat-trick of assists as well. Fantastic. We are the champions, my friends. But confirmation that yes. Oh, Liverpool drew. That's why. Oh my gosh. 89th minute equaliser. Fulkrug, we owe you a beer. I owe you a Stein for that one. Right, final game of the season. I'm just going to sim this one because thankfully nothing to play for here. Raya in goal. Back four of Calafiori, Gabriel, Saliba and Timber. Jorginho at the base of midfield. Odegaard and Marino ahead of him. Nico Williams on the left-hand side of the wings. Havertz in attacking midfield. Sterling in his final appearance before he goes back to Chelsea at the end of his loan on the right wing. Obviously, Saka, he's now just out for the rest of the season, so yeah, he can just sit this out, enjoy the celebrations from the sideline. And we have beaten West Ham 3-0. Lovely stuff. Sterling getting a goal on his farewell. So confirmation of the final league table. Arsenal 89 points, Liverpool with 84. In fact, before we finish up season 1, we'll just quickly go through the end of season review. I forgot these are a thing. As far as the new arrivals go, Raya, Rice were already here. A lot of them already were. So for my signings, Florian Wirtz is signing of the season. He is absolutely worth 110 million. There must be like installments and bonuses and everything. 21 goals and 8 assists in 42 starts. That's impressive for a 21-year-old who's only just getting introduced to the Premier League. As far as other signings go, Andrea Christensen, he came in as a backup for Gabriel and Saliba, and to be honest, he's actually quite decent there. Nico Williams, he hasn't had much opportunity. 1 goal and 2 assists in 11 starts. I think he'll get more of a chance next season, especially as Raheem Sterling is now going back to Chelsea. And I think that's it for the players I brought in. I only brought in 3 players. Didn't exactly overhaul the squad, but it says just how little they actually needed to be overhauled. Premier League wise, of course, champions. We've got ourselves a major trophy down us. 89 points, Liverpool 84, as I've already said. Champions League knocked out in the quarterfinals by Benfica, who I believe actually got to the finals, so I need to look up how they actually did. Does it actually tell us? Oh, the final's not even happened yet, that's why. FA Cup, we got knocked out in the semi-finals by Liverpool. And the Carabao Cup, as we've seen, we won it against Liverpool. Liverpool just a team that we have to beat in not just the Premier League, but the domestic cups this season. Potentially even Europe, because we could have met them in the Champions League final this season. But our best 11, and thankfully it doesn't include a striker. Raya was in goal. Back four, Tierney, Saliba, Gabriel and White. Jorginho at the base of the midfield. Not sure about that one. Odegaard and Rice ahead of him in midfield. That's fine. Martinelli left wing. Saka right wing. Wirtz in attacking midfield. Right through the middle. As for me, I won the Manager of the Month for December, for March, and Premier League Manager of the Year. How could I not be? Odegaard, Fans Player of the Season. Bukayo Saka, Young Player of the Season. Wirtz, Signing of the Season. 100% agree with that. Top goal scorer, that was Wirtz across all competitions, 21. In fact, let's go and have a look at that. Wirtz, 42 starts, 21 goals and 8 assists. Martinelli with 37 starts, 20 and 5. And Saka in third, 37 starts, 15 goals and 8 assists. Blimey, even Declan Rice got 14 goals. Very impressive from Declan Rice. He's been shuffled between central midfield and defensive midfield. And Odegaard 17 assists, so he had the most assists of anyone. In fact, he was double anybody else. Wirtz and Saka, even them two combined doesn't match to Odegaard's 17. That just says how important Odegaard is to us. But yes, that is going to be season 1, and well, we've already got the Premier League down us. That is absolutely fantastic. And I know that I said the whole challenge was going to be we would have to try and get a major down us without a striker. We've done that, but I don't think we're quite finished. We have unfinished business in the Champions League. We only got as far as the quarterfinals, and I wasn't happy with how we performed in the knockout stages. So, Season 2, all eyes on the Champions League. Thank you all so much for watching this series so far, and if you have enjoyed this season, if you've enjoyed this Premier League triumph, Make sure you hit the like button down below and smash the big red subscribe button so you don't miss future episodes coming out. Let me know down in the comments who you'd like to see brought in and what your predictions are for us in the Champions League in Season 2. But until the next episode, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video.